How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of AngelsBobs Plus here in Factorio, episode 87. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys smash the like button, leave a comment down below, and smash that subscribe button as well. Turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future episodes of anything, not just Factorio. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go check out the Twitch. Speaking of Twitch, we're actually going to be streaming the day that this episode comes out. Later today, we're going to be streaming some Factorio, so if you guys want to watch some factory building live, make sure you guys head over there. Link for that is down in the description as well. We'll be going live at probably about 7 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time. So yeah. In the last episode, we went ahead and built this massive fish farm that we can't even load all the way in because we don't have a radar. We gotta build a radar down here. I think we actually have it built, we just haven't placed it yet. Let's see, what else do we do? I think that was the main thing was the fish farm. The reason for this is so that we can produce enough of the polluted fish water. And it's actually starting to build up just ever so slightly. I mean, it's going to take a while for this to fully get working, but once it does get working, it will be working. This is all, if you can kind of tell with the production block here, the end goal is to get production science packs. Ironically, production block, production science. We did go ahead and finally connect yellow science up. That was last episode. In between, we do still have the shortcomings of the ore that we have to go fix that I didn't go fix in between episodes, but we'll go ahead and fix that right now. Plastic is still doing its thing. It's slowly creeping up. We're still on number 4 because, again, I didn't do the thing in between episodes. So no time has actually really passed since the last episode. Yeah. So let's go ahead up there and go fix the other ore. Basically, all we need to do is we need some cable. So we need to go get some insulated cable. But luckily, we have that automated somewhere, which is good. So I don't have to make it manually. And so then all we need to do is put some signals on the belts. What I think is funny is, so if I blueprint it over, right, don't need any cable. But now if I want to place additional cable, I need to actually have it in my inventory. I don't know if it's a bug or a feature or what. I'm sure I'm missing something. Again, I learn new things about this game all the time. Like, I'm honestly surprised at the amount of things I've learned about this game. And we'll just make red wire. If you want different signals, you can do some things, but I just make red wire. If there is a difference between the red and green wires, please let me know. I would love to learn new things about this game. Oh yeah. So, first things first, let's go ahead and hook up all 3 things so we know we have the geodes. I think crushed stone's on the left side. I suppose it doesn't really matter. And we're going to also go ahead and upgrade everything we can in the process. So let's go ahead and upgrade anything that's a level 1. Make sure we upgrade it all the way up to that. Make everything nice and fast, nice and speedy. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so some of the issues of backing up aren't even wire related. It's not even we don't have enough. It's mainly that the geodes and the crushed stone and the slag have all backed up because they have nowhere to go. And they are coincidentally byproducts that we can't really control in terms of balancing, because otherwise we'll eventually hit that production threshold even if we put a limit on how much can be stored at one time, and it would still shut down. So, unfortunately, we are limited by certain constraints. Well, that's an issue. Did that be an issue over here? No, because we did it properly. Okay. So then we're gonna fix that. I don't know how that occurred. Okay, so that should be there. That should be there. This should be there. Oh, we should probably make sure that we don't let this put any ore on the bus. Go live in that land for now. Okay. Luckily, most of the things should be fine. Okay. So we need to make sure that these two rightmost belts get cleared off. Okay, so the right one's fully cleared. The left one is almost cleared. Awesome, now they're fully cleared. Okay. So, what we need to go ahead and do is do that and that. Cool. And then, like that. Like that. And then like that. Okay, so then we can just go ahead and go like that and that. Done that. We do need to make sure that this is upgraded. Let's go ahead and make some red, because we don't want to slow this down at all. Cool. Alright, so that's all connected up. It's all connected up. Awesome, now let's go ahead and do that for the rest of them, so that they all get unclogged. It'll take some time, but eventually it will work. Alright. Why is there nickel on this? Is there supposed to be nickel? I don't know. Okay. And then you are supposed to be crushed stone. You are supposed to be not any of those. Slag. And slag. Boop, 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 boop. Well, I guess we didn't have to tear that all the way down, but oh well. Now we're just gonna upgrade everything while we're here. Actually, wait, I think I have a blueprint for this. Yes, well, not really a blueprint per se, but upgrade planner. Upgrade everything. So that I don't have to do it manually, although these things do get put into my inventory, which is not great. That can go, silver I think can, right? Right? Silver, yes. Cool. Alright. And then I should probably make sure that things are not connected up. Cool. Alright. Oh, crap. I forgot. This is one of those unfortunate things that the underground belt is not great at, is when you drag it over another belt at max length, instead of just existing and being like, oh, that space is already occupied, let me go to the next available space. It's just like, sorry. Now, if you drag with belt, okay, so it's weird. Let's see, where's one I can do it that's not going to mess anything up with? This right here. Alright, so if I have belt and I drag like that, it does that. Okay? However, if I have, say, a scenario like this, or, yeah, okay, so if I have a scenario like this where I'm dragging, it should stop here, but it stops there. Right? And so then you get this scenario where it cuts the belt in half. I don't know if that's Picker that's doing this, or if it's, I think it's Picker doing it. 9 times out of 10, a thing that is nice quality of life belt related item, like for instance the plus and minus to make your belt like that, that's Picker. Okay, this I don't know if it is or isn't, but regardless, I just want consistency. Okay, that's all I want. That's all any of us want in Factorio. We just want consistency. We just want our factories to work. Okay, we are humble stewards of our factories, and all we ask for is for things to be nice and work. Or at the very least, play nice together. Awesome. Okay, so more things have been connected up. Let's definitely go connect Bob Monio up, because this looks like a massive monstrosity. Oh, what the hell happened here? Wow, this thing is so clogged up. Oh, good lord. Okay. Let's go ahead and fix this as best we can. I honestly don't even know if we'll be able to fix it. Well, okay, we will. I know we will be able to fix it. It's not that messed up. Although it is pretty messed up. Yeah. So you are going to become slag. You are going to become crushed stone. Okay. Wow, my inventory is that full? No. Awesome. Okay. Mainly because I'm not sure where that one goes. Actually, oh, we already disconnected it, I think. Let's go and disconnect all that. Well, we maintain something. Oh, crud. Okay. I'm sure there's probably a faster way of doing this. Blueprinting or some other method. Okay, so let's go ahead and connect that up. Oh, factory didn't like something. Let's go ahead and connect these last two components up. The reason I have one splitter is just so that it gets onto this belt, and then the second one is to hopefully balance it. Now, technically, yeah, there are 3 to 2 balancers, but laziness. Oh, we'll see that just so that ore gets processed. There we go. Things are gonna. Oh, you know what? We need to also. Here's an instance. We also need to make sure. These are to make sure that not too much ore gets put in. I want you. And we want to make sure that not too much bobonium. Yeah, I was gonna say there shouldn't be. I highly doubt there'll be that much. Technically that's fine. Alright, awesome. Okay, so that's fine. Wow, and this one's actually placed correctly. I'm kind of legitimately surprised about that. Normally they're not at all placed correctly. Crushed stone, and then slag. Okay. No. I was gonna say now a bunch of things are gonna start flowing, which is nice. And again, so the idea is what is more permanent? These are. Oh, and they actually fully. Oh, okay. I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with. I like when I actually space things correctly and it works out. I'm like, wait a second. Did I do this? Past me did a thing that was good? Never. Normally, past me screws over future me in one way or another. It's the dirty little tricks we play on each other. Well, it's less of an each other thing and more of a past me screws over future me. It's both comical and terrible at the same time. Okay. So everything should now be hooked up and functioning. Oh, we have to hook up the last one. Well, that should be pretty easy. Okay, you hook up there, and for now, we'll just stay there. We have to make sure that they're aligned in these gaps. Luckily, there is enough space for them, so it works. There is going to be other ore, but for now, there is not. Okay, so you're going to be... Oh, you're crushed stone, and you are slag. Awesome. And, of course, I don't have enough room. Why would I have enough room? There we go. The poor man's way, well, the full inventory way of getting things out of your inventory. For now, they're all just going to live in my... We'll hand deliver them to where they need to go. Oh, and do I not have road underground? I do not. Ruh-roh. Okay. Well, we can make one red underground, so let's at least do that. Well, at least some of the material will go to where it needs to. The reason that I am going underground here and setting this end production up for, even though we technically have not planned for anything to actually go here, is just in case. Sure, is it using more resources than it needs to? Yes, but honestly, I think we're fine. I don't think it's gonna be the end of the world if we end up using a little bit of extra underground and a little bit of extra splitters. I think it's fine. World ends because I used one too many splitters. I would laugh. I would comedically laugh. Okay. Oh, and actually this needs to go 2 over. Because it needs to, yeah, be able to handle that. Well, technically it's that. Cool. Okay, well, everything should now be plugged up, so let's go ahead and empty our inventory, I suppose. You can go in there. You can go in there. You can maybe go in there. You can, wait, crap. Crushed doesn't have a home. Crushed only goes to the right location if it should go to the right location. Let's see. We have rubyite. We have crushed rubyite. Crushed bob. And that one. Okay. Those are geared right. Yeah. Okay. Now for the question of what ores go where. Okay, well, let's get rid of them in our inventory by finding a home for them. Alright, well, the copper can go there. You can go there. You can go there. Yeah, sure, it's a little bit inefficient, but I can just look at where the things go and throw them in my inventory. Hey, you go there. You go there. Anything else? Nope. Hey, cobalt. Anything else? Nope. I think my inventory is empty. Well, it's definitely not empty, but it's empty of those things. And let's go ahead and do the thing where we just dump blueprints in and they will live in a book to then eventually go into my other place that will eventually never get sorted, even though I definitely should. Maybe that's what we'll do on stream. We'll go through all the blueprints. Good idea, me. Oh yeah, so now all this is, as you can see, full chocker blocked resources. Oh, that is heavily inefficient for performance. I have 11 efficiencies. Things are happening. Why does copper feel slow? Because the stereotype. Okay, well, that's expected. We definitely don't have nearly enough stereotype production. Weren't we working on stereotype production? No, we have chrome production. Ah. Well, none of the trains have gotten backed up yet, which is good. I suppose we could work on getting stereotype, because I think that's going to definitely be something we need soon. Additional stereotype, I should say. Let's see. Where could we get... Oh, there's a deposit up here, but honestly, if we just keep extending the track, we're going to run into a big area of just ore. So, that might just be something we do, is extend it. Let's go ahead and go get a radar down in the southwest on those fish farms, because I entirely forgot about getting that made. Yeah, let's see. I should have one. I know I made one. Yeah, I made a bunch. Because, yeah, you don't need to place too many, especially when you're playing with modded radar. I mean, technically there's a vanilla radar, but they have had their range, I believe, extended because of modded. I could be wrong. They look a lot bigger than they should be for just a single radar. It's been a while since I've played vanilla, so I'm not adept in what vanilla is anymore. The way I introduced my friends to Factorio was modded. They kind of saw me play vanilla and they kind of played vanilla, but I didn't really let them play vanilla. I just immediately threw them into modded because I was like, look, it's better. And I say it's better because there's a lot of quality of life things. Like, I think the first modded playthrough we played was, like, very much into the, like, crazy as all get out mods. Like, I think we were playing a similar setup to what I'm playing now, and just a lot of different components. They were completely lost for a lot of it. One of my friends got it pretty decently. He followed along very well. And then some of them just completely were like, well, we don't know what we're doing besides like some of the very basic vanilla things that they did in their own practice worlds. And then what made it worse is we eventually went to go get all the achievements for vanilla. We were all relearning the game because, first off, I hadn't played vanilla in a very long time at that time. And, I mean, I still have not played vanilla in a very long time, although I love Vanilla Factorio. It's still, honestly, one of the best vanilla game experiences out there. But modded definitely makes it infinitely better. As most games, the modded community makes the game infinitely better. Especially with a lot of quality of life mods. But what I thought was funny is a lot of the things they learned in modded, they just thought that was part of the game. They didn't realize that these certain, like, mechanics were not. Like, squeak through, for instance. Again, a lot of those quality of life things that are nuanced and you don't really notice, but you take for granted, they thought were not modded. They thought they were vanilla, and I always chuckle at it because I'm like, nope, this is why we play with these mods, because it hurts. Like, just the little things. Again, squeak through is, I think, the biggest one that I would say that I can't play vanilla without, because it just frustrates me when I'm walking through boilers or just some really tightly spaced build, and I'm like, why can't I move through this? Or even just moving through the forest. It's just such a pain in the butt to try to do. Okay, so now that we fixed this problem of all this backing up, it's going to take a little bit to unclog itself, but it will unclog itself. Let's see. How's plastic doing? I want to take a look at that. So I want to see why we're not producing fully. Okay, so this isn't producing because we don't have enough methanol. We don't have methanol because we don't have enough catalyst, it looks like. Alright, so let's go look and see why we don't have enough catalyst. We don't have enough because we don't have enough frames. We can solve that. Let's go grab a bunch of iron and throw it into a chest and throw it into that assembler, and eventually it will fill up. We have to just be careful, though, that it doesn't accidentally clog the system. We also need to look at expanding carbon properly. Well, I say properly, but just immediately hits 2 power poles in a row while trying to avoid them. I am such a bad driver in this. I have thought, though, about building roads or, like, putting roads into my builds, but then I just go, no, I don't need them. I'm fine. I'll just avoid things. Or I'll just use the belts as my roads because I know I can drive over those and not hit anything. Mostly. Alright, so let's go ahead and connect that up. I suppose we could do a connection. Oh, it's not gonna let me do that. Well, I suppose we could do a belt and then, if it is empty, produce scenario. Or we can even connect it up to these 4 belts, and if all 4 of them are full, then then stop production by just not letting any more in. Can I connect a wire to a... No. Okay. I could have sworn. I could have sworn you could have connected wires to assemblers. Maybe? I don't know. I thought Maybe it's through constant combinators or something. Maybe I'm thinking of a mod. I don't know. I don't do wiring a whole lot. The most sophisticated wiring I do is what you guys saw over in the production or ore refining area. This is the most complicated I do. I don't do any fancy chain combinators of things. How full is this? About half. One thing we do have to watch out for is eventually this is going to fill up. And the only real way to get rid of it is turning it into sulfuric acid here. Which is fine, but we have to deal with this. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm actually going to set up a overflow for it. Because this is one of those, it's little things. This is an area where you very easily can have not accounted for something and things will back up. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an overflow valve. And then is this a, I think it's a gas. Pretty sure it's a gas. So we need a flare stack, which I have none of. So if it's a gas, you flare stack it. If it's a liquid, you clarify it. I believe it's a gas. I believe it's a gas. Are we a gas? We are a gas. Awesome. Alright. And then I'm just going to do something. Yeah, okay, this is wasteful of resources, but most of the resources we're spending here are resources that I'm not going to say are infinite, but they're very much dependent. Like, they're always going to be produced, right? Because we always are going to need coke to fuel the boilers. We're always going to need coke. And so sulfuric wastewater is always going to be produced. Sulfuric wastewater is going to always turn into sulfur. And now, sure, well, not really. So now, had we had something, say, here, I mean, this is a solid, but say we have something that voided solid items, like a void chest, and put it here, well then, yes, this could potentially run out. However, this gives Blue Science an opportunity to happen. Versus down here, where this could, it's not going to eat everything up because it's an overflow valve, so there has to be at least 80% in the tank. So there's always going to be sulfuric acid. It's never going to run out on us, but it could potentially cause problems. I doubt it. I've never had an issue with the overflow valves, but I suppose there is the, you know, off potential for something weird to happen. Alright. So we're going to continue expanding with that. These are going to continue expanding. I want to speed these up. Express inserter. Let's go ahead and just speed this up. Oh, these are already the fastest we have. Okay. There we go. We are as fast as that will pretty much allow us. That should be plenty, right? That's not overkill. It's not overkill, trust me. I feel like I'm gaining cars. I probably am. I'm probably picking up cars I should not be picking up. Awesome, I like to see that all these are running. Are they... Nope. Wait, maybe. Okay, well here's a bad scenario. Is it? I mean, it kind of is. Okay, so let's... So output priority left. So what I want to do is, if it overflows, output priority left. Okay, there we go. What this is going to do is this is just going to make sure that this section of belt is always empty. So yeah, I could take advantage of this left side, but it's still going to overflow. It's still going to fill up, it's still going to be a problem. But what this is going to do is it's going to allow at least this segment of belt north of this splitter to at least be emptied into this chest. And it shouldn't ever stockpile because what's happening, so if this bottom segment is full, it bypasses it and flows up here and then heads here. So it works to just make sure that the section's clear, and if for whatever reason it's all backed up, then yes, this will stockpile, but there's going to always be a finite number of the frames because we're going to limit it by how many that can physically be put into the system, because we're not going to have an infinite number of the frames because we don't have an infinite number of iron connected here. There is some... Yeah, I mean, as all 4 belts fill up, we'll be good. Like, now green is filling up, so it's going to back up. There's just, yeah, so the frames will live in the chest if they need to, which is fine. And again, we don't have nearly enough to fill up that chest. Oh yeah, so that should mean a lot more plastic being made, yes. A considerable amount more plastic. As you can see, yeah, we have a lot more of these machines working now, and that belt is a lot fuller than it was at the beginning of the episode. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode today. If you guys did, make sure you guys smash the like button, turn on notifications. Well, smash the subscribe button, turn on notifications. Because I'm pretty sure the like button does not give you notifications, although it might. I don't know. They're always doing interesting new things. If you guys enjoyed the video and have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave those down in the comment section below. And yeah, we'll be streaming later today. Well, again, when this video comes out, we will be streaming on the day it comes out. If you're watching this in the far-flung future, the stream has already happened, and that content will have been posted to YouTube. So don't worry, you won't miss out. I will be posting the stream in cut up bits, probably hour-ish length, here on YouTube, and that will get put in to the playlist. So if you are following along and watching this in the future, don't worry, you're not going to miss out on anything. All that content's going to still be here. It's just going to be a little bit of a different format, but you're not going to miss anything major, because I will, of course, go over all of the things we did on stream in the next regular episode of the series. So other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.